Decoy voice.
President Joe Biden was last seen 5 days ago, having a harder time getting through 12 steps than an alcoholic. Then Hulk Hogan said this.
Let Trumpomania run wild, brother! Let Trumpomania rule again!
And Biden immediately quit his campaign for president, making way for her, the new leader of the Democrat Party. Although this literally looks like a scene from a sitcom or reality television, none of what I just showed you was a lie. And worse yet, future kids in elementary school will likely learn about how Trumpomania ended the presidential campaign of the so-called most popular president in history to make way for a talk show host's ex-girlfriend, or how a bullet hit Trump in the face.
Have you ever noticed that, like, guys who have two girlfriends, their girlfriend's always either mid or, like, ugly, but he got two? I feel like he makes up with the two, makes up for not having one hot one with having two mid or ugly ones. It's always funny to me. They might have nice bodies, yeah, whatever, but like their faces are always just like, they're not pretty. It's always funny to me.
Somehow ended up killing the other guy's career. As previously Biden stated, he may develop a disease and resign for Kamala.
I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign.
Then earlier this month, Biden, or whoever controls Biden's Twitter account, clearly stated he was going to stay in the presidential race. Then a couple weeks later, on a Sunday, he's releasing a letter announcing that he's dropping out.
I think the Simpsons make so many different crazy scenarios that they think wouldn't be reality. Like, you can't make this type of shit up kind of shit. But, like, reality is way more crazier than fiction. Like, reality is way more crazy than fiction. And so it just, like, seems to just accidentally happen to become true and real. I think that's what it is. And so, yeah, I saw that shit, too. Like, I've been watching The Boys, and that shit mirrors reality a lot, too. You know, with superheroes. It's, like, kind of crazy. But, yeah, seeing Lisa with the pearls and then Kamala Harris with the same purple suit that looks exactly like Lisa's with the pearls on next to that is, like, oh, my God. Like, Kamala Harris definitely won't be the... I feel like Kamala Harris has been the president this entire time, influencing Biden because he's old and can't think straight. I don't think, like, I feel like he was just a shell and he was the president. He just didn't want to step down. He was like the face. I guarantee that's what it was. Because you don't ever hear Kamala Harris talk too much about shit, really. I mean, no vice presidents really do, but, like, in a time when Joe Biden can't function, she should have stepped up and did all these things. That's what the vice president does. He's sick. They should just have him sick. He's not recovering. He had a stroke. You know, I'm stepping up. Boom. Easy job. But no.
Focus on his presidential duties instead. But later this week, he'll say why he dropped out. Without an official letterhead, presidential seal, and an oddly unfamiliar signature that has many people questioning who exactly wrote and signed this letter. As a day after he dropped out, Biden's doctor, as in his physician, not this Dr. Biden, but his physician stated that he's fine after receiving his 10th dose of Paxlovid, as apparently focusing on his presidential duties means doing absolutely no duty, focusing on it, as apparently Paxlovid.
God damn it, just fucking go back. Alright. Memorandum has 10th dose of Paxlovid. What the fuck is Paxlovid? Hold on, let me look this shit up real quick. Paxlovid. What does Paxlovid do? Paxlovid is a combination of a I can't say that word. A tablet. First, antiviral pill to be approved by the Food and Drug Administration for treatment of mild and moderate COVID-19 in adults. So they say he has COVID. So it's a new COVID pill. It's a pill for COVID. It's not the shot. You telling me we could have just waited? You got a pill instead of all these fucking fucked up shots. High risk for severe illness, including hospitalization deaths. Okay, so that's weird. What the fuck does that have to do with anything with his... Is that making his mind... Wait, what's the side effect? Let me look at the side effects. Downside of taking it. Okay. Impaired sense of taste, for example, metallic taste in mouth and diarrhea, according to FDA. He did look like he shit himself, so it might be it. Yeah, who takes vitamins should be experienced side of downside. Okay. Okay. It's very easy to tolerated. So there's no, like, losing your train of thought. COVID pill for people who are high risk. No, it's not for everyone. So it's just people. Oh, it's just for like old people who can't handle the vaccine. I only got one shot of the vaccine because like I only did it because my job needed me to get a COVID vaccine. And like, when are you gonna get the other ones? And I was like, I'll get them soon. They're like, okay, but I was already hired, so, and it was a union job at the store I worked, so they couldn't fire me. But I already quit that job, and so like now nobody even gives a fuck if you have the COVID vaccine, which is nice. So I got that last minute for no reason, but. The boosters were the ones that were fucking people up.
Paxlovid, as apparently focusing on his presidential duties means doing absolutely nothing.
We were told that President Biden has no public events on his schedule for tomorrow, and then the rest of the week is just blank. They are trying to figure out what exactly to do with him.
As for an entire week, he has completely cleared his schedule. So when the Israeli prime minister arrives, neither Biden nor Harris are there to greet him. So he then requests a meeting with President Trump, and as Biden had not been seen in over 5 days, people were concerned as Harris was suddenly taken off to Delaware, reporting on a massive no-fly zone put up around the area. But it wasn't Kamala mourning the end of Biden's campaign, but celebrating the beginning of her own.
No, I'm talking about recently. Yeah, I got sick. I feel like that might have been COVID because I was sick for so long.
And it's insane, but people searching, is Biden alive, is now skyrocketing past searches of how to donate to Harris. Now, I'm not saying there's this sudden mass media cover-up for Biden being gone. I'm saying they've been covering up for Biden being gone for over 4 years now, so nothing would surprise me. Because what most people are missing is that the corporate media only imploded after the debates, with the majority of Americans
Yeah, my lungs did feel congested like a bitch. But, like, I feel fine now. It's like 2 weeks. Because flu, I usually can get over the flu in a week. Like, I've never had the flu longer than a week in my life, I don't think, ever. I don't think I've ever gotten the flu longer than 2 weeks.
So nothing would surprise me, because what most people are missing is that the corporate media only imploded after the debates, where the majority of Americans finally saw how badly Biden's brain has been for his entire presidency. And even though we've been talking about it for over 4 years, everybody else is just starting to realize how openly the media lies, all the way until it's too obvious to deny. So when Americans are concerned why nobody has seen him in nearly a week, he won't even show up on a video feed, just a strangely sounding Biden calling into Kamala's campaign.
And so I want to say hello to Kamala if she can hear me. I know she's going to be speaking shortly.
He just calls in for Kamala. He doesn't ever show up.
I say to the team, embrace her. She's the best. I want to call today to thank everybody in this effort. I've got 6 months left in my presidency. I'm determined to get as much done as I possibly can.
And when Kamala went on stage, she refers to her husband as if she's the current president. And then slips this out.
Joe, I know you're still on the call.
And I don't know about you, but it does sound like she was about to say, I know you're still on the recording. Now, I know this doesn't confirm anything, but whenever Biden is speaking in complete coherent sentences, it's typically him reading off a script with his editors cutting it together after. So I'm more inclined to believe this was a recording than a genuine client. It's confirm anything, but what about you? But it does sound like she was a and then president. And then slips this out.
So she's like, thinks she's gonna be president.
I know you're still on the call.
Oh, she did say on the call. She did sound like she was about to say recording.
I don't know about you, but it does sound like she was about to say, I know you're still on the recording. Yeah. Now, I know this doesn't confirm anything, but whenever Biden is speaking in complete coherent sentences, it's typically him reading off a script with his editors cutting it together after. So I'm more inclined to believe this was a recording than a genuine phone call. But then again, Kamala sounded somewhat sentient when she normally says things like this.
Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically that's wrong.
What the fuck? No wonder why nobody wants a woman president if they talking like that on the phone. Like she's talking with one of her homegirls. So basically, like, Russia's a big country, Ukraine a little country, and big country attack little country, and that's like totally wrong. Like, who the fuck? What president talks like that? Yeah, no, she's gonna fucking lose. I'm not voting for nothing, like nowhere near that shit. I'm voting for fucking Trump. I'm gonna make sure I fucking vote.
Well, it's a sad day for America.
Shit, I gotta change my address at the DMV. I gotta get my ballot, get it from my mama house, something. I gotta do the routing address shit.
But more specifically, liberal voters, as apparently the Democrats define saving democracy as choosing your candidate for you. As in 2016, they wanted Bernie and got Hillary.
Totally wrong.
In 2020, they wanted Bernie, possibly Tulsi, but then got Biden. And in 2024, they voted for Biden, but instead get the cackler-in-chief.
The cackler-in-chief.
So if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully I've earned your subscription, then go check out the video on what happens when celebrities find out that supporting Biden no longer protects them.
Supporting Biden is fucking not cool anymore. So you have Kamala Harris over here trying to be president next.